I'm going to take certain sums from exercise 5.3, 5.4 and 5.6. Correct? Now that is the first is the inverse trigonometry 5.3. Now this is a sum given 12th sum. That is a y is equal to sine inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square, where 0 is less than x is less than 1. Now to simplify, we can go with the direct inverse part as well. We can take the derivative of inverse, sine inverse formula. But if you go, then this is a bracket, then we have to go for the derivative of bracket. That naturally creates certain problems. For that, we will go for simplifying y first. For that, we will assume that x is tan square theta. Because we know that 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square is cos 2 theta. So when I will replace, what I will get? Sine inverse of cos 2 theta. When already in the trigonometry we have studied sine inverse, then the next part should be in the terms of sine. I will get in terms of cos. But cos theta, we know that already in 10th standard we have studied. Cos theta can be represented as sine of pi by 2 minus theta. And then if this angle pi by 2 minus my theta, or here it will be 2 theta, whatever we get, should be in the interval from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then we can use the sine inverse of sine theta as theta. So here the formula required was 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square is cos 2 theta. Another part what we are going to require is cos theta can be written as sine of pi by 2 minus theta. Then derivatives of tan inverse, that is a now we will start with the sum. Here we have assumed x is tan theta. That implies is theta is tan inverse of x. Now what is the condition given? On x, x lies between 0 and 1. Our x was tan theta, so we can write 0 is less than tan theta is less than 1. Now 0, I can write it as tan 0, and 1, we know that tan of pi by 4 is 1. So 1 can be replaced as tan of pi by 4. So ultimately what we get? Our theta lies between 0 and pi by 4. Here we are going to get it as a 2 theta, because when we simplify, we get the formula as 2 theta. So what is the 2 theta will lie? Our 2 theta will be between 0 to pi by 2. So 2 theta is lies between 0 to pi by 2. We will require pi by 2 minus 2 theta. So replace the 2 theta, minimum value was 0. So pi by 2 minus 0 will be pi by 2, and pi by 2 minus pi by 2 will be 0. So ultimately pi by 2 minus 2 theta will lie between 0 and pi by 2. Now we will start with the question. This is also required part. You has to show this every part, because the marks are there for these steps as well. Now y is sine inverse of 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. So we get y is equal to sine inverse of cos 2 theta. Y will be sine inverse of cos 2 theta, will write sine of pi by 2 minus 2 theta. Here we have proved that pi by 2 minus 2 theta lies in the interval of 0 to pi by 2, and so y will be the sine inverse and sine. They are as the inverse of each other. They will get vanished, and we get y is equal to pi by 2 minus 2 theta. So y is equal to pi by 2 minus 2. Theta is replaced by tan inverse of x. Now we will differentiate this with respect to x. Derivative pi by 2 is a constant. Derivative of a constant is 0, minus 2. Derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus x square, and therefore we get dy by dx as minus 2 upon 1 plus x square. I think you have cleared this question. You must have understood why we have gone. So we'll recap again as okay. Whoever are online, just give the feedback on our group. Now we are going to solve one more sum. That is a question number 15. Correct. Here what they have given. The question is y is equal to sec inverse of 1 upon 2x square minus 1, where 0 is less than x is less than 1 upon root 2. Now the formulas here required is, we know that 2 cos square theta minus 1 is cos 2 theta. So to use this, your x will be cos square theta. Then only I can replace this as cos 2 theta, and for that I am to understand, or I have to consider x as cos theta. We know that 1 upon cos is a sec, so and the sec inverse of sec becomes a theta if theta is 0 upon, or theta lies between 0 and pi. Now we will start with our assumption. X was our cos theta. So sec inverse of 2 cos square x minus 1. So it is written as sec inverse of 1 upon cos 2 theta. 1 upon cos is a sec. So we get y is equal to sec inverse of sec 2 theta. So y is equal to 2 theta. Theta will be replaced by cos inverse x, and so we get y is equal to 2 cos inverse of x. Now we will differentiate this with respect to x. We get dy by dx is minus 2 upon under root of 1 minus x square. So here also the same part. We are first trying to simplify this question, and then we are finding out its derivative. तो जो फॉर्मूला हम यूज़ करते हैं, वो जो मैंने ब्रैकेट में लिख के दिखाया है यहाँ, जो ग्रीन ब्रैकेट में, वो लिख के दिखाना ज़रूरी नहीं है। वो आपके लिए है कि मैं यहाँ से डायरेक्ट लिखा cos 2 थीटा, तो वो कहाँ से आया, वो आपको कन्फ्यूजन ना हो इसके लिए है। ये जो इसमें मैंने दिए हैं ग्रीन एक बॉक्स बना के, वो लिखवाना ज़रूरी नहीं होता है। बट ये क्वेश्चन में भी थोड़ा एक पार्ट लिखना रह गया है मेरा। टुडे आई विल कंप्लीट दैट एंड आई विल पोस्ट इट अगेन। इसका जो है 0 लेस दैन एक्स इज लेस दैन 1 बाय रूट 2, वो जो है कि थीटा बिलोंग्स टू 0 कॉमा पाई, वो दिखाना ही रह गया है, वो ज़रूरी है। बट ये जो फॉर्मूले मैं दिखा रही हूँ, ये आपके रेफर्स के लिए है कि डायरेक्टली ये कहाँ से आया, क्यों हमने कॉस थीटा ही एजम्पशन लिया, वो एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए ये मैंने बॉक्स में दिए, वो लिखने ज़रूरी नहीं होते हैं। Now we will take certain sums from exercise 5.4, that is exponential, and the questions are about the exponential and logarithmic. But exponential is just we require the derivative of e raised to x. We'll go for the first sum. Here the y is e raised to x upon sin x. So it is in the form of u upon v. As it is in the form of u upon v, v has to go for v derivative of u, and u, that is we has to go for the quotient rule. So when we differentiate this, with respect to x, we get dy by dx is sin x, derivative of e raised to x minus e raised to x derivative of sin x upon sin x the whole square. Now we have studied the derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. So this will be sin x e raised to x minus e raised to x. Derivative of the sin x is cos x upon sin square x. Only we have taken the e raised to x common. So we get e raised to x in a bracket sin x minus cos x upon sin square x. We can further simplify this, but this is also the answer. If you want, you can go with sin x upon sin square, that will be 1 by sin, will give you the cosec. Cos upon sin square will be written as cot x cosec x, that also can be done. But if you keep the answer like this, then also it is considered as a correct answer. Now we will solve the third question. It is very easy, only the part is that e raised to, instead of x it is given as e raised to x cube. Now here we will remember by the formula of the bracket, e raised to bracket is e raised to bracket derivative of the bracket. So differentiating we get dy by dx is e raised to x cube into d by dx of x cube, and derivative of x cube will become the 3x square. So first we will write the number. So we are rewriting it as 3x square into e raised to x cube. We'll take once more sum, that is okay, we will solve the seventh sum. Root of e raised to root x, where x is greater than 0. This condition is required because if x is negative, we will not get the root of x. So that is a condition required. Now differentiating with respect to x, what we get? What is the derivative of root? 1 upon 2 root. So this will be 1 upon 2 root, whatever we have the function, that is a bracket, into derivative of the bracket. So we get 1 upon 2 square root of e raised to root x. Now we have to go for the derivative of e raised to root x. So that will be e raised to root x into derivative of the root x, because this root x will be considered as a bracket. E raised to bracket is e raised to bracket derivative of the bracket. Now what we get? E raised to root x upon 2 under root of e raised to root x, 1 upon 2 root x. Now this 2 2s are 4 root x, that is an easy part to understand. Here what happened? If you consider this as a x, or consider as a x, then x upon root x. We can write it as a root x, that we know. And so here we have written it as under root of e raised to root x upon 4 root x. Now we will go for the certain sums of exercise 5.6, that is a parametric. In the parametric, we will take this sum, that is a question number 3. What they have given? X is given sin t, y is given cos 2t. X is defined in terms of t and y is also defined in terms of t. So this is called as the parametric equation. Now x as sin t. So we will differentiate with respect to t. What we get is dx by dt. Derivative of sin is cos t. Now we will go for the y. Y is cos 2t. Differentiating with respect to t, we get dy by dt as minus sine 2t into derivative of 2t, that is a 2. So we get it as minus 2 sine 2t. dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. So that is equal to minus 2 sine 2t upon cos t. Here we will use the formula of sine 2t. We know the formula for sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. So here it is a minus 2 in a bracket 2 sine t cos t upon cos t. This cos t getting cancelled. This is 2 2s are 4 and sine t. So the answer is minus 4 sine t. Have you understood what when I am explaining? Is it possible you to understand what I am explaining? Yeah, exercise 5.5 question number 1 can be solved using the product rule also. Yes, it can be used by the product rule, but answer will be in the different form. But if you use the cos a logarithm, it will become easy to solve. So we have used the log, but you can use with the or you can solve with the product rule as well. Now we are going to take one more sum only and then we will stop today, because I know you are having the physics lecture at 10:30 as well. So you have to join there. If it works properly, from tomorrow onwards, I will give you the time and we will take the lectures on this. So the students who have joined today now, give your feedback in the group afterwards if it works, because this whatever the link provided by the school is not working. Today from 9 o'clock I have just kept joining that, but till 9:40 I was not able to join that. So it is a problem there always. So better if it work here. I will take a lectures on this. I think it is easy for you to understand. Only the thing is that you cannot raise the question here directly. You can send the questions on our group. I can read there on your mobile group, and then I will read and I will give you the answers. So just one sum. This is a question number 5 only I am going to solve now, and then we will stop. Now what is the given question? X is cos theta minus cos 2 theta and y is sin theta minus sin 2 theta. X is cos theta minus cos 2 theta. So when we differentiate, derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. So this will be minus sin theta minus of minus sin 2 theta into 2. So we get it as minus 2 sin 2 theta minus sin theta. Y is sin theta minus sin 2 theta. Differentiate, we get the derivative of sin theta is cos theta minus derivative of sin 2 theta